extremely craving Popeyes. So that is where we are headed. Additionally, I really need gas. 18 miles till empty, so 2 birds, 1 stone. Gonna pump gas at Costco since it's right there. Best prices in town. But typically for my quote-unquote performance cars, I like Chevron the most. There's kind of a backstory to why Chevron over Shell though. I remember my very first car, a 2000 Honda Civic EX Coupe manual. My very first manual car that I bought without knowing how to drive. So that car, for some reason, 4-cylinder, etc., it killed a lot of gas. It barely got like 23, 24 miles per gallon for some strange reason. And then my dad had these bottles of Chevron, Techron fuel injector cleaner additives. So I was like, all right, let's try it out. I mean, it doesn't hurt to run some fuel additive, right? Sorry, I had to do that. So I ran some fuel additive in it, and it surprisingly increased the MPG quite a bit. I averaged like 28, 29, so it indeed cleared up the injectors, which I thought was pretty cool. And then from then on, I was like, Chevron must be a good formula. So could be just a bit biased. It could have been that any fuel injector cleaner would have yielded the same results. But yeah, that is why I'm a bit biased with Chevron, or why I prefer Chevron. I mean, Shell is cool too. I don't know. It just, if you're gonna pay the same price because they're competitors and their like locations are always like within a block from each other, 9 out of 10 times I'll be at Chevron, unless, let's just say, one intersection is heading that way and one is this way, and it just so happens the direction I'm heading has that Shell. All right, cool. I'll do that instead of turning and doing all this. But also, I honestly don't think you can go wrong with Costco, just because of how big of a company Costco is, and I feel like their standards are relatively high. So like, you know, operating a gas station, the fuel filters, like the tank cleaning and so forth, because they have such a high volume of cars coming in and out pumping gas, I think they have a more robust routine scheduled interval for their equipment serving the pumps. Also, it's a lot safer pumping gas at Costco, just because it's, number one, it's members only. Number two, there's no corner store or anything like that, so there's not really transients. So there is a additional factor to the gas being the best price. Can you guys see the gas prices? Just because we're near the airport. Try to get closer. $7.29 for premium, just because we're near the gas station. Versus Costco, I just filled up for $4.49. All right, Popeyes secured. Oh yeah, here we go. $7.29 for premium. Because we're near the airport, they're trying to scalp people with rental cars. Jeez, that Tesla. Sounds so good with the windows up and all. I honestly think that I may have I wouldn't say the best sounding in general, but I would say the best sounding for the price that I paid. I think the value that I got in terms of, no drone, has volume when needed, and if you ever need to be in incognito, you definitely can be. I think it helps a lot because it's a manual as well. You can kind of shorter shift the gears. I remember in my DCT, even though all I had was primary cat delete and the OEM mod, I felt like the way the DCT shifted, it was so snappy that, like, even if you were to short shift it, it just has like such a rev match upshift noise, if that makes sense. So I definitely feel like I can be a bit more under the radar with a manual transmission. I don't know. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it more, on my DCT, I had the transmission setting on the most aggressive. I I think it was on level 5 at all times. And I think whenever I used the M mode, it would be level 6. I can't recall, but it was on the highest setting. So actually, I think the DCT will be more quiet if you drove the car on the lower, the transmission shift logic speed. Anyways, maybe potentially in the future, I'll explore either a different back box, potentially a valved option. I think that'd be kind of cool. Oh man, I think that bag is underneath my car. Damn it. I didn't see it fly out the rearview mirror. But yes, potentially a valve option. I think that might be kind of cool. Either that or maybe some adjustments to the X-pipe. I don't know. Should I remove 2 of the resonators since it's quad resonated? That could be an option. Incognito. I was this close to doing a pull, but on the corner of my eye, I saw something that was black and white. Fortunately, I did. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know, just a quick dinner pickup and having to refuel so I don't have to, I don't know, do it last minute. I also really dislike these 2 gas stations right here. So many ownership changes and so many issues reported in the past. I'm all right. And they also charge quite a bit. What is this, $543 or $553 actually for premium, versus Costco I just paid $449. Chevron after the gym in that area usually is like $520, something like that. So it doesn't make sense for me to fill up here unless I really need to. Anyways, I'll catch you in the next one.